quiet. They coming.
Welcome back to the real America.
What?
I don't know.
What's that?
I told you I'm shooting from the hip.
I definitely like World's Most Dangerous Podcast better than that. Because that was trash, my guy.
It's all right, man.
It's not.
I'm shooting from the hip.
That was horrible.
Are you keeping track? What episode is this?
I don't fucking know. What was last week? 30?
You asked me what last week's episode is.
I ask you every week.
You do, and I never have an answer for you until I'll give you your answer when I get home tonight.
Let's just go with 31 and go from there.
I think you're right. I'm bullshitting you.
I usually am, but
I'm like, all right, calm it down. Just because you're tired, you can get away with shit.
That's a fact. I'm usually right about things.
Okay, name one right now.
That I was right about?
Yeah, since I saw you on Saturday.
You really should have.
You ain't shit happen Saturday.
Nah.
That shit was so fucking funny when I was amping your sister up.
Oh,
and
shit.
you was like, why you trying to make it hot? That shit was so funny.
Spicy for absolutely no reason.
But your sister has me intrigued in this fucking curling.
No,
She brought it up.
She ain't gonna do that shit.
I know she ain't gonna do it, but I'm thinking about doing this shit.
Bad back. She ain't gonna.
She said that shit. She said she ain't know because of her bad back too.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be out here curling. Everybody want to curl now because of the Olympics.
No, I've been wanting to curl.
I'm cool on that.
Why not? There's something.
There's something to do, but
I'd rather curl before I
rushing
ice
to
skate.
do it. I'd rather ice skate. I feel like there's more you can do with ice skating.
Less injuries than curling.
I mean, you're on ice with both of them. You can slip and fall curling, and now you fucked up, or you can slip and fall ice.
I feel like if I'm the one throwing the curl, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to stop. I'm not like on that one knee.
Just
I feel
follow
like
the stone all the way down.
I'm just gonna keep gliding. There's gonna be if you're the one with the brush or the broom, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you're gonna have about 1.5 feet of space between me and the curls. I'm sliding with that bitch.
You gotta get out the way. You gotta slide to the left or something. I don't know.
So so since last week you saw Black Panther.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it, man?
I thought it was good. Like, I feel like people, well, let's just say, I feel like people are kind of afraid to give their honest opinion on it. They don't want to feel like people not of color are kind of afraid to give an honest opinion on it, so they just say it's good. So, but
what's an honest opinion? What would be an honest opinion?
It's a movie where it's not relatable if you're not of color, kind of, because there's a lot in it.
Okay, so it's a very like Black excellence type movie.
Not even Black excellence. It's just from the point of the villain Killmonger. A lot of Black people can see this narrative. He's a family born in Africa. He was born here in the States. Never got to go, so he's fighting the whole entire time of feeling like he never got to experience what he was supposed to.
Now, Killmonger is Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, it's Michael B. Jordan's character.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was amazing in it. Like, he really, like, that might be his best role. I mean, it's not going to be one of those talked about for an Oscar or anything, because Marvel movies and movies like this don't, but he put on a hell of a show. Like, he probably was the standout character, or standout performance.
Okay.
Like,
now,
even more so than Black Panther.
Now, for you, Eric Anderson said, I might as well have made a Killmonger movie and put Black Panther in it.
Well, that's how it was shot. Because it's the way that they told the story, it's a bunch of Black Panther stories, and they kind of just made a sum of that and put it into this one. So it's kind of like a coming of age. Like, he's just learning how to become king, so there's a lot of things he doesn't know yet. Like, he actually has the same ideas as Killmonger as the story progresses, because he's been following at the foot of his father for so long, under the guise of, all right, this is ours, we have the vibranium, we're Wakanda, and we want to keep it to ourselves. Whereas Killmonger has the mindset of, all right, we have all these oppressed people that look like us, let's get it out there and help them, and on almost to a Malcolm X on steroids extreme level to get things done. That's where it's kind of like a dynamic of Martin and Malcolm a little bit.
So that's why you're saying. So that's your point of like people that are not colored. It's hard for them to have an honest opinion because
I feel like
kind of like
that's not it. I feel like people of color who are championing the movie are gonna, if they say something negative about it, they're gonna face backlash. I think they're trying to just avoid it and just not give like an honest breakdown of it. Because there's some flaws in the movie. It's just, I mean, it's still a good movie.
To you, okay. So you as a fan, flaws, okay. So you as a comic fan,
yeah.
Like, did it live up to the expectation? And what are like? I mean, I don't know. Would you explaining the flaws? Would it be a spoiler?
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen it, it would be a huge spoiler.
Okay. So as a fan, how like did it live up to your expectation? Okay, to the hype.
To the hype of Black Panther, what it was for me. Not really, because Black Panther is really not that popular of a character. I mean, he kind of gained popularity from Civil War and like now the movie, because Marvel movies pretty much are taking pretty much obscure characters and making them frontline characters now. But Black Panther is never. I mean, in the comics, he's one of the top 5 smart people in the world. He's the richest person in Marvel universe. But other than that, he really doesn't have much to him.
Like a strong storyline where it's like movie like.
No, you can make a movie based off the comics because you got to figure he's been in production since the 70s. So there's definitely stories there. It's just not what you think of when you think Marvel. Because when you think Marvel movies, you think big personalities like Iron Man,
like Iron
Thor,
Man, right.
But he's not really that. And like that's why I kind of feel like I put him and Captain America in the same boat.
That's trash.
Because Captain America is kind of like the all-American guy. He's quiet. He really doesn't have a big personality. Whereas runs along the exact same parallels as Black Panther. Like he's not a huge personality. He's royalty, so he has to carry himself a certain way. Like on the throne.
And I can't stand Captain America. So you making that comparison, Jesus Christ.
Well, just in that sense.
I know, but
not in the type. Yeah. In the sense where he kind of is the Black Captain America because they have the same like abilities and everything. Once he drinks eats the heart-shaped herb, and that's how he gets his heightened sense of strength, his stamina, speed, and all the other stuff.
Now, is Black Panther gonna be in the Avengers coming up?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Infinity War. He's actually gonna be part of the rollout for Phase 4, so it's gonna be Black Panther, Spider-Man, probably Ant-Man.
That's
gonna be Phase 4. You're gonna see
Ant-Man is dope.
After Ant-Man is hilarious. Like what Paul Rudd is doing, Ant-Man is amazing. So it's meant to be a comical character, and he's doing a great job. It's not the Hank Pym Ant-Man.
I'm just saying, just the superhero itself. Like it's trash to me.
Well, it's
trash.
It's an out of bounds kind of idea. Like well, he can shrink down to the size of an ant, but keep all the speed, strength, and everything else as a normal size you can be.
I know. So but something that small. It's just what to me is just stupid.
It's small, it can fuck you up.
I know.
That's crazy.
I fuck him up.
But at the same time, he also found a way to reverse the process, and now he becomes giant.
Right.
So he can grow to 60 feet tall.
Yeah.
And the name is trash, Giant Man rather than Ant-Man, so they could have done better with that. But
yeah.
I don't know.
So you said he's going to be part of the role. Who's going to be the fourth? Because you said Spider-Man, Black Panther.
Phase 4.
Oh.
They've been going to phases.
Okay.
Yeah, like Phase 1 was Iron Man, like the first, everything leading up to the first Avengers movie. And Phase 2 was, what was it? What the fuck was Phase 2?
Hey, you know more than me. I don't follow it like
Well, essentially, they just broke down every step into phases. So, actually, the beginning of Phase 2 was the first Avengers movie, and then Phase 3 is what we're ending, which is pretty much took us 10 years to get to this point, which is Infinity War, which is gonna lead through Phase 4, which is gonna be the second Black Panther, the second Spider-Man movie. If they're gonna do another Thor, because he might not resign, Captain America's gonna die, so that's gonna have to happen. So they got a lot happening there.
How did he die?
Well, he's supposed to be dead already from Civil War.
Oh, what the fuck then?
Yeah, he's supposed to get because they don't have the rights to all the characters, so it's kind of hard to do it because he's supposed to get. He died in a trash way. He got shot on the stairs at the Capitol building with a .22, and he just bled out. So that's what happened in the comics. But That obviously they couldn't show that in the movies, but he's supposed to. That's why everyone, like a comic book is like, oh, is Captain America gonna? We thought he was gonna die at the end of the Civil War, but obviously he didn't. So
I'm not. Yeah. So are they doing it right?
Well, they're doing it the best they can with the characters they have. So I guess
it's cool.
It's good, yeah. They're essentially creating their own universe, and what they're doing now is just dope. Is that they're creating comics based off the movies to kind of make it more, I guess, symmetric with the comic book world versus the movie world. Mm-hmm. It's like they added a new Killmonger backstory to match the movie character Killmonger.
Okay.
Because in the comics originally he's from Harlem, but in the movies they have him from Oakland because it's cooler. It's gonna find a way to put Oakland in every movie he does. So that's just that.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So you want to watch it. So when do you want to go watch it again? Because I haven't watched it. I'm down to watch it.
I feel like going to like a Saturday matinee or a Sunday matinee or something like that. Just to
because,
make
like
sure
I said, I'm not paying $35.
Well, no, let's not do that. We went on a Wednesday, Tuesday, and it was $7.50. So
yeah, that's not bad. But was it packed?
Yeah, it was packed that. It was packed that night. Yeah. Like our section was kind of clear. Like we had people.
Like, did you have did you have a seat open next to you?
Yeah,
this is critical.
I had 2 seats next to me, but the rest of the aisle was packed.
2 seats next to you?
Yeah,
that's enough.
Was packed, yeah.
That's enough. Because you was sitting next to Terrence, and then he had probably 2 seats.
No, he was on the edge. So
that's good. So he's good.
He had the stairs, and there was me, then there was 2 seats, and then there was just a bunch of people.
Yeah. See, that's a perfect situation.
Yeah.
For a packed movie. Yeah. That's a perfect situation.
Yeah, you couldn't ask me nothing.
Yeah.
You really couldn't. Because I ain't trying to share the elbow rest with nobody else.
Yeah, like grown adults don't know how to pee before the movie. Like they don't know how to get everything they need before the movie.
Like there was just one guy who just kept getting up. Like he got like at least 4 refills of popcorn. He had to go to the bathroom a bunch of times. Like, I was ready to snuff him.
That's annoying.
It's very annoying because he kept getting up at like certain like key points in the movie. I'm like, all right, the fuck down, man. I'm trying to watch this shit.
Now compare that to having to go piss at your house. Pause the movie, go to the bathroom. Oh shit! On the way back, let me grab something to eat.
Yeah,
you know that I bought a week ago or something. Not that I had to pay $15 for a small.
I got this Imperial in the refrigerator the other day. Throw it in the microwave real quick. Good money, what?
You know what I mean? Yeah. And free. And free of patience is everything. Because you gotta wait about I'd say about a month or 2. Maybe to get that good lick that gives you that good at least that
you gotta wait
at least you gotta wait about 2 months to get that 720 quality.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's why I waited on Thor. I waited about a good 2-3 months and I watched it on Fire.
And I haven't watched that one, by the way.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
Marvel can't miss right now.
It seems like
for 10 years they haven't missed. Like that's
since Iron Man.
That's a crazy run to think about. Like especially like a franchise of this like stature. That's an insane run.
Yeah.
10 years and not a miss. If you really, if you want to go back further than that and count Blade, like the first 2 Blade movies were.
Those were good.
Those were really good. The third one, not so much, but the first 2 were really good.
Wesley was fraying all over that goddamn screen.
Wesley wanted to do Black Panther when he was at the height of Blade, but they couldn't make it happen.
That would have been wild. That would have put Wesley on a whole nother level.
But Wesley was Wesley at the time. Like he was.
So just imagine Black Panther right after Blade.
Yeah, but it would have messed up the continuity you would have in Wesley as Blade and
well, shit.
Well, Chris Evans is he was in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, exactly. But he's Captain America.
But that's a Fox movie, so it kind of exists in a different universe. So they kind of finagled it that way.
It's still for a visual. I'm seeing.
Well, and he's playing 2 superheroes. If you want to go that route, Michael B. Jordan was also in the reboot of Fantastic Four as the Human Torch. So you got Captain America and Killmonger in this universe who both played Human Torch in the Fox universe.
That's crazy did you watch that one?
It was horrible.
Okay, I didn't watch it.
It was horrible. Fox.
It looked bad.
I am so glad Disney bought Fox. This is gonna.
Disney hasn't missed.
Well, Disney owns
listen,
Marvel
man,
Studios.
Disney
so
in general, man.
Disney,
like, bro.
Disney with Pixar.
Have you watched? Yo, you need to watch Coco.
Coco. The fuck is Coco?
It's about the Mexican holiday, the Day of the Dead.
Pretty sure I saw the preview. It looked good.
It's an amazing movie.
It looked like the Spanish Moana.
And that shit is amazing too.
It really is. Like Disney, they can't.
Moana arguably was the best movie last year. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.
Best movie last year?
Moana, god damn it. And they don't even think it came out last year. I think it came out in 2016.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Or early 2017.
That's the thing, those Disney movies, they seem to last 2 years. Because Frozen was around for like 2.5 years.
Not on my radar.
I've seen that shit everywhere for almost 2
I ain't
years.
even watched the bit.
I haven't seen it yet either, but my niece loved it, and it was about a good 2-year run with Frozen. Minimum.
Yeah.
Well, shit, you gotta figure the OG movies from back in the day with fucking...
Them shits is still...
Lion King coming back.
I just watched... Yeah.
I'm
When is
ready
that
for
coming?
that.
I wanted to watch the play when it came to Shays, man.
Yeah.
Because they come to Shays, I think, every other year.
That'd be dope to go to.
That shit... I mean, I think the ticket's like $50. But I've heard nothing but great things.
Yeah, that's what
I want to go and watch that shit.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
But I'm with the reboot too. With fucking Donald Glover. I don't know how I feel about Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, but that's just like I feel like
I think his voice is perfect on any goddamn cartoon. I don't give a shit.
I don't know, Sausage Party was kind of trash.
It was,
it was
but just
he's been
seeing anything like
He's
what was
been
he?
on the
What was
opposite.
he on the sausage party? Was he the hot dog?
He was a sausage.
He was the sausage.
He was a
Yeah.
sausage, yeah.
But just his voice on the sausage was perfect. Whatever behind it, like it's just a cartoon. Like,
yeah, but he's been on the opposite of a Marvel run. Like his last 10 movies have been trash. So I don't think he's had a good movie since what is it? Knocked Up. It's been that long.
whoa, yeah, I don't
It's
know.
been that long. Because
I
Pineapple.
mean, Sausage Party wasn't that bad. It was some funny shit at it.
What was the movie? He was a mall cop. I forgot, but that was bad.
He was a mall cop?
Yeah, he was a mall cop in one of them. It was kind of like a less funny Paul Blart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's been on a horrible run. All thing he got for him is he keep fighting for weed, so
Hey,
that's all he got.
I'm all for that.
I know.
Fight for it, goddammit.
Got nothing to do with me, but that's all you, cuz. Go for it.
Now you back it off. You been saying some wild shit.
I don't know what that means.
You been saying some criminalizing shit
I
on
have
here.
not said any
We'd
criminal
have to.
I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations is up on anything I've said on this podcast.
This shit was 2 weeks ago. What the fuck?
Then I'm talking about
Statute.
when it happened. The statute of limitations.
That's true.
If I said anything, allegedly.
I've brought the allegedly. Yo, so did you what the fuck? Did you see this shit that's been happening with the shooting now? With like the officer that was out.
Hiding.
He pretty much just didn't go in.
Yeah, they say he was hiding, like he heard or had caught wind of it happening, and then he hid or something.
Yeah, well, I saw on CNN I saw it this morning or last night that there was an additional 3 officers.
And they ain't do shit either.
But they got there after. But they don't know that when they got there, the shooter was like not even in there. But throw them to the side. I mean, they were fucked up too because even when they got there, they didn't go in.
Yeah, him.
The first
guy,
one.
Yeah, fuck him.
The first one was standing. They said they looked at the video. He was standing outside for 4 minutes. The shooting alone lasted 6 minutes.
So he could have went in.
He could have saved probably everybody.
Yeah, probably could have saved everybody. Like literally shoot the kid one time. Not even a fatal shot could have stopped this entire thing from happening.
And that's the issue I have with.
Or even if his presence as a police officer being there, like he might not even pull his gun if he know a cop's there. Like just seeing a cop with his gun drawn.
He might have frozen.
Might have frozen. Like,
He might have frozen.
You don't know.
You don't know how.
Yeah.
But regardless, even if you would have been in a shootout, that's your job.
Yeah.
You signed up for that.
And you're 9 times out of 10 you weren't the best. So if they said, I don't know, that this makes me mad because like the what if. It's like if you just do your job.
You know what the what if is? It went back to a year ago.
Oh yeah, because
there's been records of this man. Like, all right. So the problem I have with this shit is the people that directly blame gun control, because realistically, everything factors in.
Yeah, it's not just one thing that's gonna. That
But
can be the blame for this.
Right, but you can't just say it's gun control. And now this is my take on it. So I'm looking at it just as logical as possible. I see a guy walking into this school with an AR-15. He has all intentions to shoot anything in sight.
Yeah.
And he did so. I don't know what happened in between where he only killed 17. I don't know what happened in there. I mean, 6 minutes is a long fucking time.
A lot of time for one.
You know what I mean? Real.
Like, did he have more clips?
I don't know what what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why wasn't he shooting all the time?
I don't think anyone's ever gonna know the answer to that. But.
Right. Nobody's gonna know. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unless he just decides to just speak up or testify and give literally his whole detailed mission.
Yeah,
Who fucking
I don't
knows?
think he's gonna plead insanity and end up not facing maximum penalties.
So my take is this guy has all intentions of shooting and killing, and that's what he did. Now on the other end of this shit, you have somebody that it's his job. It's his job to protect and serve.
Yeah.
And he had all the rights to use that gun that he had, and he didn't. You got 2 guns there, 2 people, and 1 gun was used to kill a whole bunch of people. And 1 gun, all he had to do was kill 1 person.
Not even kill, just shoot.
Shoot, yeah.
You could stop some shit.
But realistic, I mean, I'm not gonna say if I was, because I don't know what in that situation, but essentially, go in there. You know there's a shooting going on. You hear a whole bunch of clips. Shoot to kill. Fuck the wounding. Shoot to kill. This motherfucker just walked into a school with kids.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
Kill this motherfucker, man. Don't let this motherfucker live.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
You know what I mean?
Because he damn sure give a fuck about nobody else's life at this time.
Exactly. You know what I mean? The fact that he came out alive, that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? I would have shot that motherfucker.
People are saying race because
it's. I understand.
If he was black, he wasn't walking out alive. They killed Eric Gardner for selling loose.
But at the same time, when was the last time you heard of a black person running into a school and shooting fucking kids?
You haven't, but
that's my point.
But I'm just
So it's
saying what's out there. That's not my take, but it's out there.
It's out there, and it's justified. Like, you can find a reason.
Anyone with outrage can be justified at the moment because there's so many variables that could lead to this happening. You got the mental illness angle, you got the gun control angle, you got the police, not stepping up, and like it's a lot of angles that can be.
I think in this particular situation, it's more the professionals, as in other people, that could have stopped this. Because this kid clearly showed signs of mental instability. He was not. He's told, bro, like
he told his friends, like he just had multiple guns and he knew the entire late out of school.
There's somebody.
Someone
if I'm not mistaken,
him that.
One of his friends, if I'm not mistaken, called.
Did he call?
I think he called. There was a social. I know there was a social worker that knew him and was dealing with him. At that time he started collecting guns, and she knew that he was writing swastikas and Nazi symbols on his book bag.
Yeah,
he mentioned it to people that he wanted to be a shooter, and so it's like he's shown all this mental instability. And again, just because you have any type of mental issue doesn't mean you can't be. You're just gonna fucking shoot up a school.
No,
you know what I mean? That's not.
That's why I say you can't blame it on one. It's one thing. Now that brings me back to where we're parents. Like, if you see your child having these issues, why don't you at least try and talk to him to try and see where his head's at? If get him counseling if he needs it.
Because those are unstable people because they probably weren't in his life.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Because that ties into environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his environment could have. That's like.
Yeah, for all we know, he could have been abused at home. He could have
everything.
A lot of shit could have.
Right.
Not to speculate.
Yeah, like I honestly think that
anything could be in play right now.
And granted, an 18-year-old shouldn't be able to walk in and buy an AR-15 legally.
Legally.
That's
why I say there should be a uniform gun control policy where you have to take some sort of mental stability exam. Because you got people like that who aren't mentally stable just being able to, if you got an ID, you can buy a gun.
Like I feel like in order to go on a gun, you gotta go through whatever corrections officers go through.
Seriously.
To apply, take a test, wait a year. Yup.
Like, I took this test damn near a month ago, and I'm still playing the waiting game.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
And you probably won't hear nothing until the end of this year.
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
I still gotta go through the investigation.
And you still gotta exactly.
After that, you gotta go through the investigation. You gotta take a psych exam. Like, it's just a lot.
And then so essentially you'll be a year and a half to 2 years in before you even start the academy.
Exactly.
So do that to get a fucking gun.
Process to buy a gun. After that waiting game, if you still waiting a year, that shows you really want it. If not, you don't need it.
Yep.
If you can't wait a year to buy it, like, what do you buy an AR-15 for anyway? You just collecting it? You're not hunting with the motherfucker.
No, you're not.
Like, what are you going to the gun range? You just want to shoot some shit? Like, what's the reasoning behind all these crazy ass?
Right, exactly.
I would like to get the explanation behind that.
And if you're collecting an AR-15, if you have to label it as a collector's item, and you cannot buy bullets for it. If you want to really do gun control. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do.
At the gun range, you gotta finish them all there. Can't take no straight.
Only at the gun range.
Only at the gun range.
You cannot have bullets at home. And if you have bullets at home, you get charged as if you had a gun without a license.
You know what I mean? That's gotta be for the semi-automatic maximum. Cause I get the handgun too. Cause sometimes people.
That's what I'm saying for specific guns.
But now you get the gun enthusiasts who say there's no difference between someone having an AR-15 and that's a semi-automatic assault rifle or a handgun. Like you get
a hunting rifle. They're literally the same.
You can do the same damage with those guns as you do with the other ones.
Take the same bullets and everything.
Well, not essentially.
Yeah. I think if I'm not mistaken, the AR-15 are like a hunting rifle. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's insane too. But hey, that they have a valid point too. Like,
I agree.
Same amount of damage with this as you do with a hand. Like, actually, handguns actually cause more deaths than the AR-15s. It's like it's just a gun issue in this country,
right?
And I don't think it's ever going to be solved because everyone has their reasoning, and you can make any point valid.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know the answer. You know what I mean? I really don't know the answer, and it's going to be hard to find an answer because there's so many factors. And everybody's trying to play sides and not trying to see these other factors.
That's an issue too. Everyone wants to be right instead of coming together and actually get into a policy that can actually save lives.
Right. Like, honestly, everybody's not wrong.
That's another point too.
You know what I mean? Everybody's not wrong, but let's a compromise, something don't just I don't know, man. I don't know the fucking answer. You know what I mean? The thing is, gun control, I think in my opinion, it should be a little more strict, but not as severe as some people want it, because I don't think that's the real issue.
No.
I think mental health, in my opinion, is more of an issue than gun control.
Well, that gets back to being mandated to take some sort of exam
to
test their mental stability. Like not even written, just like a psychological breakdown of your brain. Like, hey, put you in certain situations and how would you react? And if you can't pass that, you can't have this one.
Yeah, and stop chalking up people to just crazy.
Yeah,
like there's a reason they're like that. You know what I mean? It's not just because they want to.
They're not all mental illness means crazy. So it's just
that's the thing, man.
Yeah, that's something that has to be discussed too.
And that's That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but it's crazy. But like I said, like when I heard that officer didn't go in, I'm like, yo, where is their gun control? Where is there a gun control issue in that? Where one person had a gun and had every right to use it and chose not to, and this guy had all intentions of emptying up the clip. You know what I mean? Like I don't see where there's gun control in that.
Guns were legally lost.
Right. I don't see where there's gun control in that.
That's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
you had a sheriff that it was his job. You know what I mean?
Just do your job, and we're not even having this conversation.
That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Like, if you do your job, we're not.
If you signing up for that job, you trying to be a hero. That you got to be a hero in every situation. Yeah. Unfortunately, because you don't want a civilian to get in that situation. Yeah. If I was a civilian outside that school with a legal gun, and I'm about to tell the officer, yo, nigga, I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm getting arrested. He ain't gonna let me get in there.
No, you're not even getting in the car.
Yeah.
You're getting shot on. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I wanted to, as a civilian, be like, all right, nigga, you a bitch. I'm going in here. I'm probably gonna get shot. Or I'm probably gonna go to jail. But this motherfucker getting paid
to hide.
To not use his weapon. You know what I mean? Like, come on. And I get it. It's one of those jobs where he probably thought he was going to retire and never run into this situation.
Never even have to use his pistol, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like when lives on the line, you have to do what you have to do.
That's what you signed up for, man.
Especially when it's children, you gotta protect them at all costs.
Like if my kid was in that, like I could just, I'm upset about it right now. So I could just imagine if my kid was in that school, and I heard that officer was out there.
As a parent, yeah. Like,
come on,
you gotta, you can't tell. There's nothing you can tell me to justify you not going to at least help.
And with the law enforcement, it's on many levels because he fucked up, and before he fucked up, the FBI fucked up. Because they already knew about this man.
You gotta,
and they didn't act on it.
Then as soon as he's buying any type of ammunition and guns, like he should be brought in for questioning. Especially if he's known to have, like he's been, I don't know if he was bullied or whatever, but you know he's not stable, and people are telling you that he knows the way out of school and he's buying all these guns. Check on that motherfucker.
And there's a call where he was a victim. Like the dude called, and there's the recording of the 911 call that he pretty much came up to him. I don't know. They got into an altercation, and he pulled the gun and put it at his head. He's shown that he's ready.
There's so much that's coming out now.
It's so much, and it's not. I don't see anything pointing to gun control. I see all the pointing to people in professional levels fucking up. And letting us down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these people are walking amongst us. These people that want to kill are walking amongst us. They're waiting for the right moment. They planning.
There's an opportunity there.
How long do you think he's been planning this? This ain't no overnight shit.
It's not. Like you said, like when the kid said I don't know if friend or not, but he said he had a bunch of guns and he knows the entire layout of the school. He's planning to do some shit. Yes. That's all I need to bring him in for questions.
You going in, bro. Lock his ass. If I hear that shit out your mouth, you going in.
Yeah, lock him up.
We want to do, if you ain't trying to go in, we gonna find a way to get your ass in there. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Like, nah, man. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's
people like that, they gotta
I'm gonna be adamant about it too.
Yeah, they gotta get them the help they need.
Yeah. You can't ignore it.
No, you can't.
You can't ignore it because there's levels to mental health too, because you have people that can control it and they might slip off and do something that out of the normal, but then you have him where he just snaps and just does it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's what brings you back. It's like his parents have to step in.
Yeah,
you can't
man.
neglect the kids. Like,
yeah, we all got that shit. Yeah. And I don't know, man. Yeah, so I don't know, man. That's all I pretty much have to fucking talk about because that has been on my mind all week. Like the fact, I mean, it's all over the fucking news and shit. But it's just like I'm paying close attention because it's just like I know someone that hunts. You know what I mean? And they have a lot of rifles, and they have them legally to hunt. So you mean to tell me they can't have their guns to hunt their food, essentially, because what they're hunting, they're eating? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I see both sides.
Yeah.
But it's like
every side has a valid
But these people on these professional levels got to do better.
Yeah.
Like, I think in this situation, just specifying this situation that happened with the Florida shooting, the only people that failed was the people on the professional levels.
Yeah.
And those are adults, grown ass men and women that need to just own up and be like, yo, we fucked up. We should have been adamant about getting this motherfucking help.
Like, I don't think they should have let him resign. That nigga should have been fired. Like, he should have been fired.
And he resigned because he knew he fucked up.
Yeah, but he should have been fired. You don't get no benefits.
Yeah. So are you gonna fire? Are you gonna fire the next 3 that showed up?
You got to,
because they didn't go in.
You got to reprimand them at least. Like, you didn't do it. You didn't do what you're paid to do.
I think you got to keep the same energy. I think you got to fire all 4. Realistically,
how
can you trust
the standard?
Yeah.
If you didn't do what you were paid to do, and 17 lives were lost because of it.
You're clearly not ready. Like, you thought you were ready, and we all thought you were
negligence.
ready.
It shows your negligence. And because your negligence, 17 people don't go home to their families now.
And like Chris Rock said in his special, man, there's some people you can't have in some professions you can't have bad apples.
Yeah, you can't have all day.
You know what I mean? Like,
and you
cops,
get what you pay for. Like,
yeah. And it all boils down to that. God damn it, Chris Rock. Yo, I'm gonna have to go. I gotta go back to that special. Have you listened to it? You haven't watched it?
I haven't finished it.
Oh man, I'm gonna go back until I finish it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just pick up where I left off.
Yeah, I gotta stop. I gotta watch it for myself too because I keep listening to the reviews and people saying it's not his best work, but
it's not.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not a huge Chris Rock fan.
Levels, but
no, it's definitely not. Well, comparing what the special on Netflix, no, it's nowhere. I'm sorry. Netflix is Dave Chappelle right now. Yeah, Dave Chappelle got Netflix going how he had Comedy Central.
Stand-up comedy is Dave Chappelle's lane right now. Like, he's the best going right now. Who's better at it right now than Dave?
Yeah. The only other person that's been consistent, but that's because he's self-promoting, and I don't think he's that funny, but Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he has...
Kevin Hart probably tell you Dave's funnier.
Yeah.
As a man, you gotta admit.
You have to.
Yeah.
But... to give Kevin Hart credit, he has a YouTube on his channel.
Yeah, LOL. He's got the LOL.
Yeah, he has cold as balls.
Cold as balls. It's actually it's
not
bad.
Pretty funny. No, it's
funny. It's funny with the interactions he has with people. Like the first one I saw was with LeVar Ball.
That one was good.
That was good because people give him that energy to keep going. Like,
yeah,
LeVar was giving him shit back, and that's what made it funny.
The one with Draymond, I watched they're only 9 minutes. It's good.
I've seen he got a new one up with Gabby Douglas. Haven't watched that one yet. I just watched Candace Parker.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, that's funny. That's something I wouldn't mind him doing.
Yeah, like I don't fuck with his stand up, but that shit's amazing.
Yeah,
that shit's great.
You can do scripted, scripted,
but it's scripted and like improv too. Like you can tell.
I think all that's.
It is, but you can tell where he's really laughing and shit. Like,
I think that's staged, like in this video, just catching his reaction.
All right, well, either way.
Like when they add more ice in the tub.
Yeah, his interaction with the motherfucker, them shits, he's funny. He's not.
He's funny in those moments.
Yeah, he's not like, his stand-up he's not funny in the stand-up.
No, but he's funny when he does the shit for TNT. Like when he's on the desk with Kenny Shaq.
He's a character.
Yeah, he's definitely a character.
Yeah, he's a character, you know what I mean? He has to, like, act it out and like you know what I mean.
That's why his movies are always going to be better than stand up.
I wouldn't even go that far.
No, I would definitely. I would stand by that. His movies are going to be funnier than his stand up because he's not the focus all the time, and there's other elements to help him be funny.
Well, I mean,
like
Ride Along was horrible. I'm not giving you that one.
I don't know how they got a second.
He got a. You know why they got a second? No, because Ice Cube. That's why. Because that movie.
Central Intelligence was good. Well, that's more The Rock. Central Intelligence with The Rock.
It was on. I went by the other day. I didn't watch it.
That's because of The Rock.
It's good.
The Rock's funny. But yeah, he's.
No, but I ran into that shit earlier, and that shit was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of comedians, man, I'm gonna end it on. We're gonna end it on here, man. Monique gotta stop. Listen, I'm here to say.
Man.
Listen, man.
I just finished that Breakfast Club interview too.
I'm not even with the legend shit. I don't want to hear whatever.
You talk about specifically the Breakfast Club interview or the whole situation?
The whole situation, how I feel about it.
She's gotta relax.
She's not fucking funny. I'm just gonna be
she's
straight
funny.
up.
It's just she hasn't been relevant in damn near 15 years.
I'm not looking for a Monique stand-up
She
on
hasn't
Netflix.
been relevant in the
I'm
last
just
15
not.
years. But when she was doing the Queens of Comedy shit, she was hilarious on that. But how long ago was that? Almost 20 years ago. So like she doesn't have a foot to stand on in this race. Like
My thing is the inequality that she keeps saying.
it's not.
That's what's
why
pissing me
I
off.
referenced the Breakfast Club interview because Charlamagne was trying to get her to make a point of how is it racially or gender biased when you don't have any relevancy.
Right.
Like the last thing we remember you in was Precious, which wasn't a comedy, and they kept bringing up the this Christmas movie. I never even heard of it until they kept saying it.
Almost Christmas. Or
Almost
something like that?
Christmas.
Yeah, I never
heard of it until they kept bringing it up. Like, don't know how that went. Like, no one's checking for you. It's been 20 years since you've had anything that people cared about.
I just never thought you was funny. You know what I mean? So when all this came up, I'm like, okay.
Well, there's nothing to go off because, like I said, it's been 20 years.
I'm like, if you feel your
last
worth,
time she was funny, you were a small child. Like that's why.
What, the Parkers?
The Parkers was
Teens.
That was teenage years.
That was the last time I remember her real
Yeah, but how
relevant.
Like I said,
Yeah,
that's 15 to 20
that's
years
early.
ago.
Yeah, late 90s,
Like,
early 2000s.
She's done nothing in that realm since then.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't compare yourself. Even though Amy Schumer's not funny,
No, she's not.
she has a fan base that's behind her, and she's selling out arenas.
Yeah, like none of them are Tina Fey, man.
No,
I'm sorry, like Tina Fey is like.
I don't know.
Now she's funny.
I don't know if she's stand up funny, but her sketches
She's funny.
is funny.
She's funny.
She has a funny personality. It
Yeah.
shows in movies when the shit that she does.
She's just funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Because when she did Sarah Palin, that shit was hilarious. Like she had her down. People really thought she was Sarah Palin for a second.
what's the one chubby girl that she lost weight though? The fuck is her name?
From SNL?
No, from movies. She was on Bridesmaids. That was like her blow up movie. Like the big girl from Bridesmaids.
So was that Sarah McCarthy or whatever?
Maybe, yeah. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Sarah McCarthy. I don't know why.
I don't know if that's
so
a real
many
name.
completely different.
I don't know.
We gotta Google Sarah McCarthy afterwards.
That might not be her name, but we don't fact check, so.
So she's Sarah McCarthy. She's fucking Sarah McCarthy, man. You see what I mean? How it just turns off when we don't use it for a while?
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's stupid. I ain't fucking up the mood. That's fucking up the mood.
Yeah. Well, it's your speaker, so it's fucking up the mood. So, take that how you want.
No, that's true.
Oh, well.
You ain't gonna do shit about it, but it's alright.
What are you gonna do about it?
Speaker. she's funnier than Monique, in my opinion.
Like I said, Monique doesn't have much to go off of because she hasn't done anything in 20 years. We have current things that these people have done within the last 2 to 3 years. We can't say that about Monique, so we don't know if she's funny or not. Now she just made herself look crazy.
Was she on Soul Plane? I feel like she was on Soul Plane.
I think she was on Soul Plane. She was one of the fights. But Soul Plane was damn near 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, she was big. Like she was big.
She was big then. She was big then, and then she was super condescending in the interview. It made her look worse. Like
I get it. She knows her worth. I'll give her that. She knows
knowing your worth, but in order to know your worth, you have to have something to substantiate your worth. Like if you're going all based off, oh, I'm a legend, I've been
she
around
had
for
the
so
Oscar
long.
and all this shit.
I don't mean shit. Whoopi Goldberg got an Oscar, a Tony, and actually she got an Oscar, Tony, and a Grammy. So
what she got a Grammy for?
I don't know. I think the soundtrack, the soundtrack or some shit like that. I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of.
She got the EGOT, so or a Golden Globe might be. I don't know, one or two. I don't fact check, so
it is what it is.
I just know she got the EGOT, and so that don't mean shit. You ain't hired. Well, I would say Whoopi Goldberg might be funnier than her.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like my thing is like I get what she's standing up for. It's just right now it doesn't make sense.
I get what she's standing up for, but she's got horrible examples.
Yeah, that's all it is.
She's trying.
That's all it is.
Yeah, she's not
like. I'm glad she's standing up. Yeah. It's just.
She's just making herself look like a crazy person because she doesn't have any claims, and the claims that she's making don't make sense to what she's arguing.
And the way I'm also looking at it is like, to me, you're not funny. So it's like, what are you doing right now? That's how I'm seeing it. Yeah. I'm like,
well, you don't have to be funny because I don't think Amy. What's her name? What the fuck's her name?
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. She's not funny to me at all. But she got 15 mil. But like I said, she's got movies.
But she had that movie, Trainwreck, and yeah. I mean, she had LeBron on Trainwreck. Like, you know what I mean?
Sold out MSG, and she had HBO and Showtime, so she created a bidding war for herself. So
but she got hot. Like, she found her.
She got hot.
Yeah. She ran her wave. Yeah.
She was relevant.
Because I'm not hearing shit about Amy Schumer right now.
No, but she got her bag and now she's good. Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying.
Monique, like Charlamagne said, Monique, if you want to get relevant, you need to hit the road. Start putting out shows, build a name for yourself.
Whatever,
Like Dave Chappelle, like he did 1,500 hours of work before he got an offer from
I don't even think what she should have done. I don't think she should have boycotted Netflix.
Well, nobody was boycotting Netflix.
Well, her approach. Yeah. I just don't think she should have went that way. I think she should have just said, Netflix just offered me this. I denied it, but I'm about to go do this my own and show them that I can do more.
You don't like their initial offer,
but this is what they're
offered. That's how negotiations work. You get an offer, and this is too low. Here's my counter, and then you work from there. Yeah. But she didn't do.
And she could have got her $2 million if she counter offered with 5.
Yeah, we can give you 2. You know what I mean? We'll give you 1. Okay, I'm going 3. Let's compromise at 2. Now you're good. But you want to just jump out the window. I'm not taking 500,000. Let's boycott Netflix.
Because her husband pretty much said that if they would have got 2 to 3 million, they would have did it.
Yeah, but he also said he never made a counter offer. Right. So that's on them too.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid, and it's more stupid to me as a consumer because to me she's not even fucking funny. Yeah, so I'm like, what are you doing right now? What the fuck?
It pissed me off more because the real gem interview they had that week was Nipsey Hussle, and it got overshadowed because everyone was wanted to focus on the bullshit, which was Monique. Yeah. When Nipsey, his interview, he was dropping some.
You listen to his album?
His album's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It literally took me an hour to get through the intro. I kept hitting repeat. That shit was hard.
Yeah, Russell was on my ass.
Oh I saw it in the group. He posted in the group chat. And I saw it and I let it sit. And I had some time at work, and I just played it, and the intro hit me. As soon as the horn said, I was like, "Oh my god!"
He was on me for 3 days. I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna give it that." Man, I'm like, "Yo,"
that's because
I don't really listen to Nipsey here and there.
I've been in and out with this. Yeah, this guy. Yeah.
Like the last time I listened to Nipsey was Black Faces.
I think I was.
That was his verse.
Last time I listened was Bullets Ain't Got No Names, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still a while. So this is his debut album, right?
Yeah, because he's been on the mixtape circuit, but this is his. He said he treated this like he built a studio from nothing and had his producers and engineers like in 2 rooms, and they just literally stayed in that area and made music, and it was dope. Like, that shit was so. And
it's an amazing album.
Yeah, that's all I'm listening right now. I'm listening to that and the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah, like that kind of set the tempo with 2018 right now.
That and the Black Panther soundtrack is all I'm listening to.
Yeah, Black Panther soundtrack.
That shit is so hard.
I can't wait to watch the movie just so I could. It's gonna make me. Ooh, how do you feel?
The movie, the soundtrack makes the movie doesn't really make a difference. Like, but the movie does make the soundtrack better.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I meant.
Like watching the movie then listening to the soundtrack.
Right. That's what I meant.
Makes the soundtrack that much.
That's what I meant.
But vice versa doesn't. Like the soundtrack doesn't make the movie better.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I knew that. But I wanted to, cause like it's gonna be more emotion.
Yeah, but it is dope how they integrated certain songs into certain scenes.
Word.
Word.
So we gotta watch that shit next week.
I'm down.
Let's shoot for this weekend.
I'm right with that.
Yeah, let's shoot for this weekend.
I'm gonna see. I gotta see what that matinee price.
Yeah, I'm all for it because I'm not trying to. Again, I have patience, so I'm willing to wait. But I can't wait right now.
Yeah, I mean this movie is doing stupid numbers right now. It's $400 million in its first 2 weeks and still hasn't opened in China and Japan.
Yeah.
So it's gonna.
Do you think Avengers is gonna do numbers like this?
I don't know. I don't see how it could. I mean, it's Marvel, so maybe.
Maybe the hype of this movie bringing, like, you know what I mean? Just
and plus, people have been waiting on Infinity War for this story to come to a head for 10 years. So it might.
It could be up there.
Yeah, but
Marvel's front.
That's something to say with the black community. If we get out and show and prove what we can do.
Yeah.
So
keep it going.
Yeah.
Consistency, man. Yeah, cause this show out for everything like this.
Yeah, not just this one moment. Like show out for everything us and look at how far we can come. Yeah. But you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, so exactly.
Maybe
that's it. Hopefully. Yeah.
Charlamagne had the best quote. Like black people have a serious question they need to answer soon. That they want to live in Wakanda or Zamunda. So we have to see. That might be I don't know, but
I'll watch
Coming
both.
to America is.
I'll watch both, and I'll give you.
Because Coming to America is.
I mean, I've watched.
That's a classic movie. It's wonders. It also a very rich black place, but
we'll see.
But yeah, Wakanda winning right now because it's in the moment, but both are. Which one do you want?
I say Wakanda because it has a superhero.
That's tech though. That's all the tech. It's the most technologically advanced country.
I'll take it.
Period. But Wakanda is you guys wide open space. You got
give me some lasers, man. Something.
You gotta see this movie. They got some shit.
I know. We gotta shoot for this weekend.
You gotta see the trains.
Yeah.
The sun. Oh yeah, that's too much.
Yeah. I know.
The trains is hard.
I haven't watched. I haven't listened to The Brilliant Idiots because they got spoilers in it. So
kind of, but not really.
I'm alright. I don't want to know nothing.
They don't really talk. Because Charlamagne is a big advocate for the movie too, so he's not really talking about details of what happened.
Word.
They don't really like as much as they're gonna give out is the Killmonger story about him being from Harlem in the comic, and then
word. Okay, cool. All right, word.
And like it gives you more comic book stuff. Like,
okay, cool. All right, then I'll listen to it. Word. I can listen to some other. All right, word. You done, man? Anything else?
I'm good.
Word. People, I hope you enjoyed it. Listen, everything you just heard was disrespectful.
But in a respectful way.
And always remember that.
Long pause.
I just couldn't find the fuck. Well, I mean, I could chop it. They both